times are changing and how. Imagine a BMW motorcycle which is affordable. It's not a dream anymore, because what I have here is the G310R, which is the most affordable BMW motorcycle you can buy in the world. And that's thanks to TVS, who has manufactured this motorcycle in India, thereby giving them a big cost advantage. However, BMW has priced it at a premium. Is it still worth buying this motorcycle at an on-road price of rupees 3.5 lakhs? Well, let's get started. One look at the G310R and you will be convinced, because this motorcycle has the typical BMW Motorrad design language and it looks very attractive indeed, especially in this paint scheme which is signature BMW. In fact, the build quality of this motorcycle is surreal and it's much better than the TVS Apache RR 310. Everything on this motorcycle looks quite striking, but the most striking element without doubt has to be this, the BMW logo. And also standing out on this particular machine are the inverted forks, which are finished in golden color. This all-digital instrument cluster is loaded with a ton of information, and it isn't vertically stacked, it is horizontally stacked. It's easy to read and somehow easier to use when compared to the RR 310. The ergonomics of the G310R are spot on because you sit upright. It's very comfortable to ride in the city as well as long on the highway. The foot peg positioning is similar to the Apache, and this motorcycle is quite comfortable both for the rider as well as a pillion, because it gets a single piece seat, not a split setup, which kind of robs away the special feeling you have when you buy a BMW, because you expect it to have a split seat. The G310R is equipped with a 313cc motor which produces 34 horses and 28 Newton meters of torque. Now this motorcycle is not faired and gets a weight advantage of 10 kgs when compared to the Apache RR 310. That's why the initial performance of this motorcycle is slightly better, and that's also largely because the fueling has been altered on this particular machine. It feels peppy, the mid-range is strong, and in the top end it does perform well. However, there are a lot of vibrations which can be felt on the rubber mounted pegs as well on the handlebar. While this bike is priced at a premium when compared to the KTM Duke 390, which offers way more performance, there is actually adequate amount of performance from this machine for both city as well as highway duties. This motorcycle's exhaust doesn't sound that great, and it is similar to the Apache yet again. Here is how it sounds. This motorcycle redlines at 11,000 RPM and it's post 7,000 RPM when the refinement goes for a toss. However, it does sound better in the top end. The gearbox on this motorcycle is very smooth with shifts. The clutch too is on the lighter side. Now here is where BMW engineering comes into play, because this motorcycle uses a reverse incline engine, thereby liberating space for a longer swing arm without having to have a longer wheelbase. The wheelbase on this motorcycle is short. It is actually very easy to maneuver, and thus this is a city bike which actually loves maneuverability as well as cornering around the twisties, because the tires on offer are very good in terms of grip and feedback as well. The suspension setup as well as the travel is the same as the Apache, which means the ride quality is very compliant. It's not too soft, it's not too stiff, thus it is just apt for our Indian roads. The seat comfort though is much better on this BMW, and yes, the seat cushioning is on the softer side. So is the BMW G310R worth your money, or you're better off with the KTM Duke 390 or probably even its sibling, the TVS Apache RR 310? Well, let's look at it this way. This is a very usable motorcycle, unlike the KTM Duke 390. And yes, the Apache RR 310 is also a usable motorcycle, but you don't get the premium brand swag with TVS which you get with BMW. So if you're looking for a premium brand in the true sense, then it's worth paying that extra amount for the G310R. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and if you are planning to buy a G310R or already own an Apache RR 310 or a Duke 390, do let us know which of these three motorcycles you feel is the best in the comment section below. And do make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to the MotorBeam channel.